one of your last conversations was 5 hours with a flat earther.
That's right. Last week I spent 5 hours with a flat earther. Yeah.
So I guess my first question is why?
Why? Well, I talked to them at all. Let's start with that. The first off, I find them very fascinating, as I think you've said. Just thinking about how could someone think this? When I first got into it, I was convinced they didn't. I was convinced they were just pulling my leg. They were trolling me, right? And as I looked into it a little bit more, I started to realize some of them seem really serious. Some of them seem to actually believe this stuff.
Yeah.
And so I was fascinated by the idea that someone could believe something so very obviously not true, particularly in the idea that if somebody could believe something so obviously not true, then what if something was a little less obvious? And what if something had greater social ramifications or greater personal ramifications than just the shape of the earth? Like climate change is a good example where we see people choosing alternate facts. There's some people choose one set of facts and run with that. Other people choose a whole different set of just factual information that they choose to believe. And I see that sort of as a parallel of this flat earth thing, where someone can look at, like I can look at the sunset and go, that is a fact. The sun has gone down and that is conclusive. The earth is a globe. And somebody else will rationalize and come up with some excuse for why I didn't see what I just saw. And if you apply that same technique towards something more complicated like climate change, a lot of people can suddenly start to believe that climate change, oh, that's not man-made, or whatever other thing they're going to say. And so I see things like climate change as just one example, but they're all over the place. Just basic factual baseline truths are really crucial for us as a democracy in a society to move forward in a sensible way. We have to at least start with the facts. And if people don't go with the facts, if people are able to just make up their own fantasies of how the world works, and they're going to vote and they're going to take action based on their fantasies, then what does that mean for the future of our world? I don't see anything good coming from that. And so I use flat earth as my sort of safe example of that.